This week, the rumor mill was working overtime. Rumor has it, everybody talking all this stuff about me. Why can't they just let me live? Oh, hey there, didn't see you there. You're back, and we're going to talk more about The Bachelor. Before we get started, be sure to subscribe because it helps me a whole bunch. Now, let's get to the action. We start off with Colton wanting to talk to someone who really knows what they're talking about. You know, he wants to go to an expert in love, almost a Jedi of the amorous arts, if you will. And who better than this than Ben Higgins, the gentleman who broke up with the girl that he was on The Bachelor with and told two women that he loved them and it was a mess. Yeah, great. Ask him for advice. That makes sense. Dude, I know that your relationship fell apart and you didn't do this program successfully, but could you please give me some advice? Thanks, you're the best. Then we have the slew of women coming to Denver, Colorado, Colton's stomping grounds, where they meet Sniper, Colton's dog who really does not want to be there. They continue to pet him over and over again, and we realize that Sniper has been pet by more women than Colton. The drama starts with Tayshia and Colton being on a date. They're at like a cafeteria where you can barely hear them, and she last week told Kirpa, like, oh, it's gonna be me and you at the end, me and you, girl. So she's already being shady. Now she starts this freaking rumor that Cassie and Kaylin were apparently talking about, saying they want to be the next Bachelorette, saying that they just want to get like celebrity from it, that they're already talking about what parties they're going to. And like, look, listen, this is kind of on Colton too. Like, obviously it's on Tayshia, but it's also on Colton, because what girl in a room full of cameras and other women is going to be like, I just want to see if I could get into like the Vogue party or maybe an Oscars after party, maybe just a Jamie Foxx yacht party. Like, no one's gonna talk about that. They're trying to like at least convince you that they're there for the right reasons. No one is that stupid. Tayshia, why are you talking trash, Tayshia? Okay, Colton, you have a greater spirit. We understand. She's a sneaky snake and no one's talking about it. Then Cassie cries. She's crying because she's just so happy for Kayla. She's just so freaking happy. And Colton takes Tayshia to his bedroom and he says, where the magic doesn't happen. I like it because it's an original joke. Of course, Colton has to confront Kaylin on their snowboarding date about the rumors he heard from the very reliable Tayshia, who has no bias in this competition and isn't trying to take down the other girls because she definitely doesn't want to end up with him in the end. So of course she's a good source to get information from. That's probably exactly what Colton said. At any rate, they have a lot of close-ups. I know this is a dramatic moment, but look how close these close-ups are. Like, I didn't even know he had freckles till today. This is just kind of a little rant, but Colton says that there's two sides to every story, and I'm curious where that came from. Because if someone tells you a story, you assume that, like, there's their side, the thing that actually happened, maybe the person who's the villain in the story, maybe someone who was nearby, maybe the person who was, like, a farmer 2 streets down who heard yelling if maybe there was a loud part to the story. Like, I feel like there's more than 2 sides to every story. Sometimes there might only be one side to a story. Like, if I'm creating a lovely creme brulee and I'm the only one home and I'm telling you about how I made it, there's only one side to that story and it's delicious. Oh, then Tayshia straight up admits that the reason that she like said those things, that Cassie and Kaylin were there for the wrong reasons, when Kaylin confronts her, is that apparently Katie thought that Kaylin and Cassie were acting defensive when Colton comes in talking about how he thinks some people are there for the wrong reasons. That's their whole argument, that the girls just looked at 2 of the girls and were like, it's weird. They're kind of just like shifting their feet and not making eye contact. I mean, granted, they are talking to each other, but like that's defensive. Like, why aren't they talking about how they are here for the right reasons? Why aren't they saying it over and over again? That would make it seem more real and not at all desperate. But for reals, that's their whole argument. This made me so salty. Also, fun fact, if you look at how Tayshia and Hannah B smile, it's straight up like this. Like the chin, you see a lot of chin and then just a lot of... And Colton takes Hannah B to meet his freaking family And it's like, first of all, I don't understand why they do this. Like, why are you gonna take, when there's like 7 girls left to meet your family? Like, you're not gonna pick her. It's never the girl they bring home to meet the family. And now your family's just like, dude, what the frick? Like, why'd you do that? Why'd you bring this random chick and then send her home immediately? 1, your family's like, you're an idiot. 2, the girl's probably like, oh my gosh, he had me meet his parents. I guess that means he's really serious. Then he sends her home in a freaking air carrier. Even having fake dinners at this point. There's literally nothing in front of them. They're just sitting staring at each other in an air carrier. And he sends her home. She spills her heart to him and he sends her home. Though I will say, being sent home and not being a finalist must remind Hannah B a lot of Miss America pageant. Honestly, the highlight of this episode was this gorgeous train. This train is serving Murder on the Orient Express realness, and I'm dying. Yas, train. Then Heather leaves on the train like a straight gangster because she got her first kiss from Colton. She got what she wanted, she took what she wanted, and she left out on a train. Iconic. Then obviously there's more drama because Kirpa's backing up Tayshia's story of like Cassie and Kaylin being there for the wrong reasons. And Kirpa has the nerve to tell Cassie that like she still doesn't think that she knows who she is. It's like Cassie has one of the only real jobs on this show at 23. Have you seen this economy? At 23 years old, we're all still trying to figure out if we wasted our money going to college and if we'll ever be able to pay off our loans, if we'll ever be able to have our own house, or if we'll even be able to have children, or if we'll just have to get a dog and pretend it's our child because we can't afford a human fetus. All I'm saying is I think she has her life figured out. Look, all I'm saying is that Colton thinks that he's a unicorn in 2019 because he's a virgin, but really it's Cassie who has a full career at the age of 23. Then, after Hannah G gets her rose, because obviously Hannah G is sitting there like so uncomfortable, then we have Kirpa and Cassie hanging out in this dining room just staring at each other. It's so awkward. Kaylin comes in and she's like, yo, I'm not gonna let Kirpa drag Cassie down into this trash. Walks in when they're having awkward silence, goes up, talks to Colton, then walks straight out, doesn't make eye contact, doesn't talk to them. And that's a baller move. Now, of course I'm salty because we didn't get this freaking fence jump. And if this week didn't make him jump a fence with all the trash that was going on and the gossip and the sass, like, what's gonna make him jump the freaking fence? I don't know, but if you know, I'm gonna tune in every week to find out. So subscribe, dudes, because I do this every week.